welcome to all who have joined already. This is the Care Energy Discount Program Explained. We'll be getting started in just a moment. Make sure a few more people can log in, but a reminder that this will be recorded. All right, well, welcome and thank you for taking 30 minutes today to learn more about the CARE program, how much your household can save, and how to enroll. Speaking is myself, Vanessa Gerber. I work in strategic operations here at East Bay Community Energy. And you'll also be hearing from my colleague, Kelly Brezovec, who's our Senior Manager of Account Services. While today's webinar will be presented in English, we will be hosting the same session in Spanish this Thursday, June 11th, also from 12:30 to 1 p.m. At the end of this session, we will highlight where in-language resources are available for care enrollment in Spanish, Chinese, and Vietnamese. Today, we will focus mostly on examples of bill savings opportunities through CARE and answering community questions. We'll also take you step by step through the CARE enrollment process and point you to other helpful resources on eligibility and frequently asked questions. So first, some quick logistics for participation in using this information after the live session is over. To ask questions during this session, you can use the chat or Q&A function in Zoom, which should look like that speech bubble, or you can use the raise hand function, which looks like that hand. If neither of those work, or if you're calling in only by phone, you can also email questions to webinars@ebce.org. We'll have a Q&A section towards the end. This session will last 30 minutes and it is being recorded, so it can be available on our website in the coming days at ebce.org/care. So before we dive in, here is a quick overview of EBCE for those of you who may not yet be familiar. East Bay Community Energy is your local power supplier, committed to providing Alameda County with clean electricity at lower rates. EBCE reinvests earnings back into the community to create local green energy jobs, local energy programs, and clean power projects. We organized this presentation and opportunity for your questions to provide a useful resource to enable all eligible households to enroll in CARE and start saving on your utility bills, especially in a time when home finances may be particularly strained. This infographic should help to explain the role of EBCE relative to you, our customer, and PG&E, who is still responsible for the delivery of electricity through the power lines, sourcing and delivering natural gas, and the billing process. So what is CARE? Why are we here today? CARE stands for the California Alternate Rates for Energy program. The CARE program enables qualified households to receive discounts on their energy bills, both the electricity and the gas portion. Participation in CARE results in a monthly discount of around 35% on your electricity and 20% on gas. CARE is a statewide program that is available to you as an EBCE customer. It's administered by PG&E, and it's funded through the California Public Utilities Commission. As your local electricity supplier, we at EBCE want to make sure our customers and community can take advantage of all relevant energy programs, whether that's administered by us or by another entity. So what we really want to focus on today is how much can your household save? We've pulled together a few examples of potential bill savings using 3 hypothetical households from across our service territory. And Kelly is going to start off with the first example. Kelly, over to you.
Great, thanks Vanessa. Good afternoon everyone. Today we'll look at our first example, which is a 2-bedroom apartment in Fremont, using about 360 kilowatt hours of electricity per month on average, and just shy of 40 therms of gas. This is average for a 2-bedroom apartment in Fremont. As you'll see, without enrolling in CARE, this customer pays $147 per month on average for their electricity and gas bill combined. By enrolling in the CARE program, this household would now pay $100 per month on average, saving $46.56 in this sample month. You'll notice a few things changed if we go back to the before CARE bill. If you look at the right side of the bill, there are 3 line items. The current PG&E electric delivery charges line changes pretty significantly, while the EBCE electric generation charges stays the same. This is because the savings come from a portion of the PG&E delivery charge. This discount is the same for everyone, for PG&E and EBCE customers alike. The CARE program reduces the electricity portion of the bill by 35%. The current gas charges amount is reduced thanks to a 20% discount. We've also underlined in green the new component that shows up when you are enrolled in CARE. Next, Vanessa will walk us through example number 2.
Great, thanks, Kelly. So here in example 2, we are looking at a 1-bedroom apartment in Livermore using a monthly average of 290 kilowatt hours of electricity and 25 therms of gas. So without enrolling in CARE, this household, as you'll see, pays $109.63 per month on average for their electricity and gas. By enrolling in the CARE program, this household would now instead pay just about $74 on average per month, saving about $35 per average on month. This adds up over the course of a year to about $428 per year for this household. Kelly, why don't you take the next one?
All right, and our final example looks at a 3-bedroom house in San Leandro using 384 kilowatt hours of electricity and 42 therms of gas per month on average throughout the year. So this is our largest household example. Without enrolling in CARE, this customer pays an average of $157 per month. After enrolling in CARE, we see with the discount, the household now pays $107 per month. CARE saves this household about $50 per month, or $600 over the course of a year.
Great, thank you. Well, as the examples show, the CARE program can deliver pretty significant savings to households. So how do you find out if your household qualifies? CARE eligibility is based on public assistance program participation or based on the number of individuals in your household and the total gross household income. Please do note that during the COVID pandemic, PG&E will not be requesting income verification or removing customers from the program due to high usage until March 2021 at the earliest. So how do you apply? Kelly will walk you through.
Okay, so before you apply for CARE, I suggest you get these items ready to go before you sit down to get started. First, you'll need a list of all your income sources and the amount you receive from these sources. It'll be easiest if you take your average monthly income today and multiply by 12 to get your expected monthly income. Make sure you're looking at all of your income sources, including things like Social Security and income from tips, as well as regular wages. Second, if you receive any benefits from public assistance programs, please note these programs. Some examples of public assistance programs that can qualify your household include WIC, CalFresh or SNAP, supplemental security income, and Medicaid or Medi-Cal. A full list of programs is also available on the PG&E website as well as in our previous CARE video. Third, you'll need a copy of your PG&E bill or your PG&E account number. And lastly, you'll need the last 4 digits of the Social Security number for the account holder. For household income, this includes all taxable and non-taxable revenues from all people living in the home. Do note that the most recent government-issued stimulus checks do not qualify as income. You don't need to count those towards your yearly income. And while PG&E is not verifying income statements during the COVID pandemic, and it's unclear when they will resume, they will likely do so at some point in the future, seeing this is a key feature of the CARE eligibility process. And now it's time to actually apply. There are 2 ways you can submit an application for CARE. The fastest approach is to apply online on PG&E's website. We'll demonstrate this shortly. If that's not available or you'd prefer, you can also download and print an application and mail it into PG&E if that's easier for you. You may also give PG&E a call at the number shown here, 866-743-2273. In last month, EBCE posted a video where we walked step by step through the online application process. We will play a 2-minute clip from that video now to help show how to apply.
How do I apply? CARE applications are available in multiple languages. Most applications are available to submit online from PG&E's website. To apply online, go to pge.com/care and click Apply. You can sign in if you have a PG&E online account. This will require username and password, or you can use one-time access. This choice gives you 2 options, with or without account number. Without your account number, you can use your last name, zip code, and last 4 digits of your Social Security number. Once you log in, you will need to enter your language preference, preferred communication method, number of adults in the household, and number of children in the household. You will then need to select an option regarding income qualifications. The first option is to select annual household income. If you choose this option, you will need to select an income range or click the box to indicate you are on a fixed income. The second option is to select Public Assistance Program. If you choose this option, you will need to select which program you currently participate in. Regardless of which option you choose, you will also see the question, is a community outreach contractor helping you fill out this form? Please select Yes and enter EBCE in the available field. Once you provide the information and click Next, you will be taken to a declaration page. Once you have read the declarations, click the box and then click Submit.
Great. Well, we hope that so far already this session has helped further explain the CARE program and illustrate the level of savings available. And we're sure that there are questions, so we'll turn to those now. And I want to just provide a quick reminder of how you can ask questions during this session. So either use the chat or Q&A function, which is that speech bubble, raise hand, and we can hopefully allow you to speak. And the third option is to email webinars@ebce.org. So let's see what questions we have. All right. Well, we have one question in right now. Does status matter? Since the last 4 of Social Security number is asked for, can one open a PG&E account with an ITIN? Kelly, do you currently know the answer to that question? If not, we can follow up on this one. We've got a couple other questions.
So if you've used an ITIN number to open your PG&E account already, then that's the number that you would use as your Social Security in the Social Security number field. So that's as far as opening the PG&E account with that number, that's a great question for PG&E. We can certainly ask and add that to our FAQ about care. But I do know if you've already opened an account and you've provided that number, please use that number when it asks the last 4 digits. Since the ITIN number also has a final 4-digit field, go ahead and use that. PG&E is just using that to verify that you are the account holder.
All right, great, thank you. Another question that's come in, how do I know if my application was successful? When will I see the discount show up on my bill?
So the discount will appear on the next bill that you receive. Unlike some changes that can take a couple of bill cycles to become active, PG&E tries as best they can, and sometimes they are a little bit backed up, but they do try to get the discount applied on the very next bill that the customer receives.
Great. This is a good question. On the what is care slide, we also listed the FERA program, FERA. What is that, and is it different than care?
Yeah, that is a good question. We talk a lot about care, but there is also this other program called FERA, which is the Family Electric Assistance Rate Program. It's a discount savings program that's only available for households with 3 or more people. And the household also must qualify through income guidelines that are a little bit different than the care guidelines. The discount is 18% on electricity only, but the application process is the same. So when you apply for care, you're also applying for FERA. So if maybe your income is a little bit above the care guidelines, but you have 3 or more people in your household, the application process will automatically switch you over to applying for FERA, and you'll get into that program and see that discount on your bill.
Great, thank you. Let's see here. I want to make sure if anyone has their hands raised that we can get to those. Not seeing any now, but do raise your hand if you have further questions. We have a couple more typed in here. Great question. Do I qualify for care if I am receiving unemployment?
Yeah, so that's a very timely question right now. Most people that receive unemployment in California will qualify for care. There are some exceptions. So just looking at the numbers here, the maximum unemployment benefit, insurance benefit in California is $450 a week, which is about $23,400 a year. So if it's a 2-person household where both adults are receiving the maximum benefit, that would fall outside of the income range for care. However, if it's a 3-person household with 2 adults receiving that maximum benefit, they would qualify for FERA. Now that's at the very maximum unemployment insurance benefit. The average unemployment insurance rate in California is closer to $300 per week, which even if there are 2 adults in a household receiving that benefit, that falls well within the care guidelines. So really, I would encourage you to, if you're receiving unemployment today, please do apply for the care program.
Thanks, that's a very helpful explanation. One other question that's come in here, we'll have time for probably this one and maybe another one. There are any more that are going to come in here. What happens if my household income level changes goes up, I guess outside of the income bracket, I would imagine, either because of a change in roommates or one of us lost our job, are we no longer eligible? And I guess a question just about the number of people in the household, the different incomes, and when, when that needs to be submitted and verified.
Yeah, that's a good question. So both CARE and FARA do look at eligibility is based on number of individuals in a household and the total income levels. So because your household income is a total of all sources, if you're in a housemate sort of situation, you might have to have some uncomfortable conversations about money. If, let's say, you or your roommate get a new job, you have to do that math again and find out if your total income, your total expected income, really, because this is based on a yearly basis. Find out if your household income will exceed the guidelines. If you find out that it will exceed the guidelines, just call PG&E and ask to be removed from the program, or you can go onto that CARE website and unenroll yourself. You can also email CARE and FARA at pge.com or call 866-743-2273. I'd encourage you to try and do that on a timely basis, if there is an income change. But as we said earlier, PG&E is not doing income verification today. So if you don't do it that very next day that you or your roommate get a new job, it's okay, but do call when you can.
Great, thank you. And we do have one last question that's come in. I think it's a pretty quick one, but an important one to address. Is this a loan? Will I have to pay the discount back at some time?
Yeah, that's a great question. And no, this is not a loan. Without getting too deep into the weeds, everyone pays into this program by way of a small assessment on everyone's utilities bills. So no, this is a public program that you've already been paying into this program, kind of like unemployment insurance. So no, it's not a loan. You don't have to pay it back. And so, yeah, don't worry about that. Don't make that be a reason not to apply.
Great. Well, with just a few minutes left, thank you everyone for all of your questions. We do just want to wrap up real quick and provide a few kind of resources here. But before the final kind of resource slide that we'll leave you with, we wanted to share some community partner insights about CARE. So as part of EBCE's Community Outreach Grant Program, we partnered with the local branch of California Interfaith Power and Light and with the Spectrum Health System. And they were helping to support for CARE enrollment to eligible residents across the county. And we asked them for some, anecdotes on lessons learned, et cetera, and really liked this quote that California Interfaith Power and Light shared with us. Hopefully we are helping to do through this webinar and recording. They said, if you know someone who needs help, please let them know about this discount. This information may be important for someone you know, whether or not you know that they need financial assistance. So spread the word far and wide. And we agree and wanted to put this together to help our community and customers learn more about CARE. And with that, we would like to conclude with a review of some useful resources, some of which we mentioned during the webinar. And when this recording is done, we will have these slides available as well on our website, so these links can be available. But just an overview, please do visit our website on CARE. It's just ebce.org/care. And there we have a link to the PG&E enrollment page, as well as various other PG&E resources on CARE. We have a CARE frequently asked questions document with some helpful screenshots as well. We have the full eligibility and enrollment tutorial video that we did in April, which we saw the clip from during this session. And that's also where we'll put this recording and slides when the recording is ready. PG&E, of course, also has a lot of resources and details about the program as they do administer it. So do also look to their website for the overview and eligibility documents, income considerations, and the list of public assistance programs. And that's also where you'll find the in-language resources. So for further assistance in another language, you can either access the links here on these slides, like I said, or go ahead and visit PG&E's CARE website, and you'll scroll down to where it says complete an application. And there you'll see that you can go through the process in English, Spanish, Chinese, or Vietnamese. The Vietnamese application online doesn't seem to be available at the moment, but there is the paper download available. But all the others have the online application in language as well. And of course, as Kelly referenced, if you have quick questions or if you're already enrolled, have questions about kind of status change, just wanted to provide written here again the phone and email direct to the PG&E customer service for CARE and FARA. That's 1-866-743-2273. The email of CARE and FARA, one word, at pge.com. So hopefully this is useful. And we just want to thank you again for taking some time today to learn about CARE. We'll likely have some additional resources and videos coming up about tips for saving energy in the home, especially as we're getting into the heat of summer here. So do check in on our website, or and keep posted wherever you learned about this session for additional resources coming up. And yes, please do share this information with anyone you think will find it useful. We really appreciate you taking the time, and please reach out if you have any further questions. And with that, Kelly, unless you have anything else, I think we are done for this session.
Thank you for all the great questions, everyone.
All right, thank you all.